Hey friends, I'm Nate from the Clarksville campus. Thanks for letting me be part of your day today as we continue talking about walking with God in simplicity. Raise your hand if you have a job. If you didn't raise your hand, you should have. We all have a job. In fact, the very first recorded dialogue we have from God to man is a job description. In Genesis 1:28, God said to Adam and Eve, "Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, have dominion." In other words, work was the first commandment. When God dropped Adam and Eve in the garden, it wasn't a well-manicured paradise, it was a raw wilderness of untapped potential. God wanted Adam to look at the dirt and dream about what would grow there. In other words, the Creator gave His creation a mandate. Make something of all of this. Work. You're never more like your Creator than when you're creating. That's what work is about. Work is just turning potential into reality. Work is taking a possibility and making it into something meaningful. And one of the most important aspects of finding your rhythm as you walk with God hinges on seeing the potential around you and seizing the possibility in front of you. And nothing will keep us from this more than comparison. Sometimes we compare ourselves to someone we want to be or somebody around us, or we compare ourselves to a goal that we have for tomorrow, rather than focusing on the opportunity we have right now. And when we hitch our work to comparison, we miss the point. It's so important to dream big and dare for bold things and plan for the future, but not if it costs you what God is trying to do in you right now. Don't miss today for tomorrow. The Apostle Paul, he encouraged his friends to live this way. In Colossians 3, verses 23 through 24, he wrote, "Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ." What was Paul saying? That whatever your job is, do it with your heart. Not just for people, but because it's an act of worship. And the result of working like that is more than a paycheck. It's bigger than checking off all the markers we've conditioned ourselves to pursue. It's about inheriting something only God can give you, a place in His family. Well, that sounds pretty idealistic, Nate. What if I have a dead-end job? You have to train yourself to see the possibility. How do you do that? Faithful, steady work. A business mentor of mine used to challenge me all the time. He would say, "Nate, just shut up and pedal." What did he mean by that? He meant focus on what's right in front of you, pay attention there, and faithfully stay at it. These days, I'm doing an okay job of that. I have a few jobs and I actually really enjoy work. The harder it is, the more I seem to like it for some reason. But it took a long time for that to sink in. I grew up working 12-hour days in the hot, humid Arkansas summer on a watermelon farm. No kidding. And as a rowdy teenager who was way more obsessed with chasing girls and playing basketball, it was pretty hard to see the possibility in a bunch of dirt. But every year, there we were. My dad's done it for decades. He still does it. Why? Because he believes in the simple mandate God gave Adam. He looks at the dirt and he sees a garden. He looks at an empty plot and he sees the possibility. In other words, he works as unto the Lord. And he taught his sons to shift their perspective. Was it fun? No way. I bet on more than one occasion he wondered if it was going to stick. And then one year, I went to work at a factory. I literally stood in one place for 10 hours a day doing the same thing over and over and over. And everything about that job seemed impossible to enjoy. It was cold, it was loud, it was monotonous. And I learned that all I could do was smile big and work hard. And the truth is, sometimes all you can do is smile big and work hard. And if you want to work as unto the Lord, if you want to shift your perspective, see the potential, unhitch your effort from comparison. Don't focus on the limits, look for the opportunities. Don't play the victim, man, seize the day God has given you. For me, when I'm getting this wrong, it sounds a lot like complaining and a bad attitude. When I'm getting it right, it sounds like appreciation for the moment, acknowledging that it really is a God-given opportunity. You know, your work is not a competition, a collection, or a comparison. It's an act of creation. It's an act of worship. It is. So whatever you're doing, you're meant to make it meaningful. How do we do that? Dream big. but start small. Be ridiculously faithful and focus on right where you are. Man, walk out into your world right now and see what God would have you grow today. That's how you work as unto the Lord. You take Him with you to do what you're doing, and you make it mean something. Amen.